Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions.
That cover's so awesome.
This is Mr. Chris Claremont, a legend.
Melanie goes,
Tired.
howdy partner, this is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 most wanted DC Absolute editions. So let's check out what I have on the list this year. Welcome back, everybody. Now, before getting started, a big thank you to our patrons. Could I be making videos like this possible without you all? And I'm back with my annual top 10 most wanted DC Absolute editions. Over the years, it's been really cool to do these lists. Uncanny Omar talk pretty one day. Least. Man, maybe I need to put the cowboy hat back on. No, it's been really cool to see so many of these books that I've put on the list be actually made. So today, fingers crossed, we'll see what maybe here in the year or two DC will, how about not take from this list, not borrow from this list, but DC will be inspired from this list. There we go, if they ever watch. All right, this is a countdown, so I will start with a number 10. By the way, if you want to see more top 10 lists, by all means, let me know in the comments down below what you want to see. You want to see my top 10 most wanted epic collections, top 10 most wanted box sets, top 10 most wanted manga and hardcover. Let me know in the comments down below. I love making these. It's been a lot of fun making these. And I enjoy wearing the cowboy hat. All right, let's go ahead. Number 10, Absolute Wetworks. For the same reason I ended up buying the Absolute Wildcats, that would be the reason for me to get Absolute Wetworks. Will Pertasio's wonderful artwork in oversized format. I believe there's been 2 printings of a trade paperback, just collecting like the first 5 issues or 8 issues, and then a volume 2, and that was it. And then they went away, and there was never any other collected editions. But in my mapping, I did include the first 15 issues, even though there could be a volume 2. I would love to see that, just like I would love to see a continuation of Absolute Wildcats, one by Travis Charest, and then Alan Moore. But in here, you do have the Wildstorm Rising crossover event that crossed into Deathblow, and it crossed into Wildcats and Union with text art. But yes, I would love to see this collected one day. Because part of the Absolute editions and gallery editions that I spoke of is the artwork in oversized format. Because we are talking about this visual medium. Alright, next one. This one I'm sure will come. I don't even know why I put it on the list. But just in case. Absolute Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I know they announced a deluxe edition, and I know the way these things work, right? Like, I know we're going to get an Absolute edition. They'll do deluxe editions, and then usually that's when we'll get a Absolute. Usually, I say usually, but then sometimes, no. But I feel like this is the perfect one. We have a movie coming out in the new James Gunn universe of DC. This is the stuff by Tom King and Bilquis Evely. And it is the story of a road trip between Supergirl, this child that is completely heartbroken and wants revenge, going on a space journey along with Crypto. Oh my gosh, how could you not want this in a big, beautiful format? But we are getting a deluxe edition of this, and I'm pretty sure this one will get made. Honestly, out of all the Tom King books, Mr. Miracle, I'm sure, will be the first one. But because of the movie, maybe this might beat it out. Absolute Pride of Baghdad. I think this has been on my list for years. Anytime I do a list, and rightly so, it's beautiful. Brian K. Vaughan and Nico Henriksen's original graphic novel about the Baghdad suit in the 2003 invasion by the US-led coalition. But it's a story about the Lions, the Pride, and roaming the streets of Baghdad and trying to survive, not only against the military, but against other animals out there. Beautiful. Now, I always do like to mention, if you can't stomach any animals being hurt in fiction, this might not be for you. Wait, it's not even real. The Absolute edition is not even real. Oh, I'm just telling you in case you want to read, like, perhaps the deluxe edition or trade paperback. Sure, that's why I said that. Shazam! By Geoff Johns and Gary Frank. This is the stuff that was collected in the backup stories of Justice League. And then, of course, issue number 0. I think this would make a wonderful Absolute edition. We are going to get the Superman by Geoff Johns and Gary Frank, so why not a Shazam story? Especially with the character, coming back into DC Comics. Geoff Johns writing the 12-issue series. Was it Del Eaglesham, I think? And a lot of this they took for inspiration for the movie. It's been released in a deluxe edition, an omnibus edition, and trade paperbacks, standard size hardcovers, and yeah, that's it. But I would love to see this in an Absolute edition. The Last God. Oh my gosh, this was one of my favorite reads in 2021. And I think even in my overview of the book, because it's a standard size hardcover, I said this would have benefited from oversized artwork because it was a little hard to read at times. It was so dark and muddled because of the paper stock they used. A nice glossy paper stock. Oh my gosh, that in an oversized format, Riccardo Federici's artwork would look phenomenal. Philip Kennedy Johnson said he wants to continue the story of The Last God, and I think bringing it in this big, beautiful format would help spread the word just how wonderful this story is. And it's all part of the Black Label line. It's a standalone story. If you haven't read it, go and check it out. It's completely worth it. And then you'll see, oh man, this does need to be in a big, oversized format. JLA Year 1. This is probably one of my favorite Justice League stories. It's a great jumping on point, and one that doesn't get enough love. Barry Kitson is the main artist on this, and that's whose art would be blown up. But this is also the work of Mark Waid and Brian Augustine, and both of those gentlemen, when they worked together, was just pure magic. Looking at you, Flash. And I think it would definitely benefit from an Absolute edition. We've had a deluxe edition of this, and this is the same team that did Empire later on, which is a phenomenal series if you've not read it. But I would love to see that collected in an Absolute edition. The Dreaming. It's really weird that we don't have any collections of The Dreaming, and I'm talking about the original Dreaming, not the new Sandman universe Dreaming. What's it, 60 issues, I think? Talking about the other characters that lived in the Dreaming, because it's not just Morpheus, it's not just Dream and Death and Delirium. There's other characters that live in the Dreaming. So you have work in here by Peter Hogan and Elisa Whitney and Steve Parkhouse, Michael Zulli, Dick Giordano, Dave McKean supplying a lot of... Actually, I think he supplied all the covers. And then, of course, Neil Gaiman was the consultant on all of these issues. But I have the first volume mapped, just the first 19 issues. Taking us to, I think it's the Dark Rose, if I'm not mistaken. The Dark Rose saga. It's been years. Because they haven't, I think we've had like 2 trades of that and then they dropped it. So, who knows? Maybe one day. Are we at number 3? Number 3. I should have put this at number 2. It would make more sense. Absolute Batman Year 2. I know. I talk about this a lot, but I genuinely do really enjoy this story. I love Batman Year 2. It's Mike W. Barr. You have artwork in here from Todd McFarlane drawing Batman. Hell, there's a toy based on one of his covers. And then you've got Alan Davis finishing it out with, and I also included Full Circle in here. And I'll say this till the end of time. Without Batman Year 2, there would be no Batman Mask of the Phantasm, the best Batman movie. And that's not an opinion, that's just fact. Number 2. I don't know if I had this one or not, but it sure as hell made the list this year. Absolute Starman by James Robinson. Oh my gosh, yes. If we can't get proper Omnis, we've got the original Omnis, which were standard size hardcovers. There were 6 of those. And we have the 2 compendiums. But if we can't get Omnis, then come on. Give us that Tony Harris on freaking Absolute editions. Oh my gosh, I would love this. Jack Knight, Ted Knight. Oh, this beautiful story about carrying on the mantle and relationships between families. Oh, I love this story so much. So Wait, obviously, I forgot I was wearing this. Wearing my Starman shirt. So yes, I would love this collected in absolute formats. It will only take, if we map it properly, 3. If we include the Shade miniseries, the one that wasn't included in the original Omnis. And my number 1 most wanted Absolute Edition for this year, Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. Marv Wolfman, George Perez, this iconic story that forever changed the lives of the Teen Titans. Introduced us to Nightwing. Oh my gosh. Betrayal, love, loss. Oh, there's so much that happens through here. So much drama. Absolutely needs to be an absolute format because you've got that beautiful, beautiful artwork by George. And George Perez was just firing on all cylinders during this particular time on Teen Titans. Yes. Oh my gosh, I would love to see this. Now, when and if these books ever come out, don't forget to check out our sponsors to get them.
If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries, emails answered within 24 hours, waltscomicshop.com, and you can use the code nearmintcondition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over €40. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was my top 10 most wanted DC Absolute editions for 2023. Been interesting where in 2024 I go with this list. But yes, let me know in the comments down below what from the list piqued your interest, or what you would want to see in an absolute format, and your top 10, your top 5, your top 1, and of course what other lists you want to see me make. It's been a lot of fun making these lists, so let me know all that in the comments down below. Smash that like button on the way out. Everyone stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.